Hello again. This is the Watering Man. Now, I'm going to title this one, The Watering Man. The Bible is a plumbob, a level, a square to a wise builder. An unwise builder doesn't want to use one. See, an unwise builder doesn't bother with using a plumbob, a level, or a square. And ends up with an unstable house. First place I'm going to take you. James chapter 1. You can study all around it. I'm just going to focus on specific verses because I don't have too long on here. I can be on here. Okay. Let's go to James chapter 1, I think verses 5 through 8. I'm not going to break it down real deeply. To get a more accurate understanding, you need to get in there. Understand, I'm bringing these things out. If you can hear it, see, hear, taste, touch, and smell, and agree with God, and understand it with the Spirit of God, you have spiritual ears, you can see, hear, taste, you can understand with the Spirit, great. If you can't, don't come bad-mouthing me. I ain't going to hear it. Vomit that stuff up. Knock the dust off my feet, off my hands, and my efforts. Go on. They won't hear. They're refusing. Okay? Let's get on this a little bit. In James chapter 1, it's just James chapter 1, verse 5, okay? It says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all liberally or freely, and upbraideth not. He don't hold back. Means there might be some storms coming if need be to change your mind out of this hardened down callous thing. Or you think of fear. And fear and love are opposites. So if there's a so-called prophet trying to teach you about fear God, or trying to say you're speaking out of a devil or a demon, and you're speaking love, don't hear that prophet. They don't know nothing. If they say, if the end of the world's coming at this such and such date, it doesn't happen, drop it. If your carnal mind is saying, blah, 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 saying all kinds of, like the zoo, all kinds of stuff, it's poop. Fear God, and all this stuff, or you're 10 foot tall and bull. Just deny it. Hog tie it. And let the Spirit of God, you're greenlighting God, agree with God, and agree with His love. And let Him zap it out and give you the increase into gratitude and love in God. The great I am your exceeding great reward. God's the same yesterday, today, and forever. He told Abram before he went through his name change to Abraham. Same thing's happening. The name change is changing your mind in these storms. Don't let no false prophet, no phony baloney teaching teach you a bunch of bullshit. It's worthless and detestable. Let it down there. Don't swallow that turd. You're speaking through the word of the Spirit, speak that word. If they can't hear it and they won't accept it, drop it like it's hot. Knock the dust off your feet and go on. They don't welcome you in their house, bye-bye. You're blowing your chances. Okay, now, let me start here again. James chapter 1, verse 5. Adjust my glasses here. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally. Men is italicized there, okay? and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. Verse 6, but let him ask in faith, not wavering. Woo! Wavering. I don't know. Tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine, right? Not wavering. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine. They don't have a plumbob. Make sure it's straight up and down level. They don't have a level for leveling it. And they don't have a square for making sure it's a square corners and keeping everything square. Their house is going to be a crooked house. Their temple that they're building is going to fall. It's like building it on sand. It's unstable in all its ways. We're going to get there. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. All right, now, let's go back here. I don't know how much of this one I'm going to read, but I'll tell you. And in that way, you can read, study, live it, exist it in the storms of your life. Make the right choice. If you mess up, just try again. There is therefore now no condemnation, no adverse sentence to those who are in Christ Jesus. Don't go this way. You find yourself messing up, oh no, stop it. Hold tie that dog as soon as you recognize it. And don't do that no more. Get better. How do you get better at playing chess? You analyze, look at what you did, and figure it out best you can, and try not to do that again. And gradually, you'll get better and better and better. If you keep doing the same mistakes over and over and over, you're going to be hanging pieces, blundering all over the place. Can't improve doing this way. With Christ, you'll improve. He's faithful. He's going to offer it, and when his is as sure a foundation as possible, as there is. God's going to bring you up. Nobody can say, boo-hoo-hoo, you're doing it wrong, when you're doing it God's way and it not be successful. If God be for you, who can be against you? Who cares? This crap or anybody else's crap out there. All right. Now, let me get down here. Let me jump on in 1 John chapter 4, verse 1 through 21. That's the whole chapter. Read it, study it for yourself. Let me get here on verse 7 and 8. Yeah. And right at the top of that, in the King James language, it says, God is love, up over top of it. In the New King James language, it says, loving one another. Okay, we're to love God with everything we got, basically, and love our neighbor, our fellow human being, love the Christ, even if it's this ungerminated seed in there. Know that it's beyond that red way of thinking that they're putting out at you. Slanderous, malicious stuff. It's still buried down in there. You may not be able to reach it, and you may have to knock the dust off your feet and go on. So I can't get to it. It's untouchable for me. But somebody else might be able to get in there. And maybe just way they are. They're too hard-nosed, calloused down. They won't hear it. And that's both good and bad. They may be thinking they're casting out demons and devils and all this crazy, whacked-out stuff, and they're missing it. They're hitting hard down, calloused, heading down to their Tartar, or the Sheol, Hades, that Gehenna, that garbage dump that's south of the Valley of Hinnom, south of this don't of the 666, that Jerusalem, the natural Jerusalem. We're talking spiritually in your mind. They're not burning up the garbage. They're hanging on to it. Well, I might be able to save that stuff right there. Like Lot's wife, they're becoming a pillar, a salt. They can't walk, live, exist back into God doing that stuff. Therefore, when God says, did we cast out all kinds of demons and devils in your name, God? Depart from me, you workers of iniquity. I never told you to do that stuff. Huh? Loose paraphrase. Get out of here. So when we get this in our own minds and in others, we don't have to yell at no one. We just cast it out and go on. Ugh. Shrug it off. Like water on a duck's back. So they can still like fly or take off, right? Now, just like an example, good example of that is, take Jesus or take Peter. Or I mean, not Peter, Stephen. Like Stephen in Acts chapter 7. Doing all this stuff, and then all of a sudden those Jews, those religious cats, was coming at them, man, hard. They was gnashing their teeth on them. That'd be like slanderous stuff now. People doing to you. Trying all kinds of malicious stuff. And they're rocking them. They're stoning them. And when them Jews stoned them, they knew how to kill them. They'd stone them and then take the headstone and crush their head. That's where we get headstone from. The graveyards, okay? As they're doing this to Stephen, what'd he say? He jump up there and, man, I'm going to knock you guys out. Throw down them rocks, because I'm a bad dude. I'm going to kick your... No, he didn't retaliate. He said, Father God, lay not this sin, this missing of the mark, to their charge. In other words, forgive them. And then he went to sleep. He died in the natural. Jesus on the cross. Luke 23, verse 34. And they're doing all kinds of malicious stuff to him. He died for all of us. Right? It's up there and they let me tell you, well, I got a lot there to go. Let me just try to touch that real quick. I got jumbled. I didn't want to misquote it. Had it and then it was vanishing. All right. Let's read out the King James Version. Then said Jesus, this is him on the cross, this Staros, okay? Father, forgive them. That's all of humanity. Because he came for the sins of the whole world. That's everybody. And that's all of it in your mind, too. Each one of our minds. Are we going to take advantage of this opportunity? Or are we going to keep eating poop? We want Barabbas or we want Jesus? Huh? We want the thief, the robber, comes on to kill, steal, and trick you, kill you, take you away from God. That's why I do that. Or do you want to go, Jesus, Yahweh is salvation. Jesus, I-S-O-U-S, okay? Number 24, okay? It says, then said Jesus, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do, what they're doing. And they parted his raiments and cast lots. They rolled the dice. And when that rich, that was like one thread sewed his whole raiment, his clothing. It's a rich man, that's wealth, that's worth a lot right there. You don't want that to go waste. Just let him die. That's the carnal mind for you. It's enmity against you going towards the end of God. Go God's way, not this carnal mind. That's right now. It's applicable right now in your head. Okay? Now, just touching on these, trying to cover some things, and you got to study yourself. Okay? Or at least think about it. Look afar off. When you're out doing stuff, see, hear, taste, touch, smell, and enjoy. Like open that door to go out to to gain a lot of the riches of God. Agree with God. You open that door by agreeing emphatically in hot pursuit. You start germinating. You're accepting God. Oh, I messed up. I need you, Father God. I don't want this stuff here. baptize me in this. You can go out and get water baptized. That's great. That's just you showing an outward thing. I'm making an open proclamation that I'm serving God. But in your duality, it's kind of flim-flamming. But as you keep doing this, God's baptizing in here. Baptizing you with the Holy Spirit and fire. Holy Spirit, that's the sanctifying Spirit of God. He's purifying you. That fire, P-Y-R, pour. He's purifying you. It's not about scaring you to death. Hold tight that bullshit and come back to God. It's not no demon telling you that. That's God telling you. This crap is in your head. Kick its ass out. Possess that land. Kick that hee-hawing donkey out of your head. And don't take it from no one else. Huh? Don't go retaliating to them, but don't take it. Be like Jesus and Stephen and all the other prophets. Huh? Jesus and Stephen, man, that's a high order. And they're doing all kinds of malicious things to you. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they're doing. Oh my goodness. All right. Now, let's see, where was I at? Oh, yeah. 1 John chapter 4. Let's start with verse 7. Okay, you can read the whole thing. It's talking about a false prophet and stuff. Teaching all this crap here. Come on, let's go God's way. Okay? Beloved, let us one another. For love is of God, and everyone that loveth is born of God, and knoweth God. Verse 8. He that knoweth not, let me start that one over. He that loveth not knoweth not God. For, or because, without used in an argument, explanation, and intensification, right? Because God, Theos, that's the supreme divinity, is love. Pretty plain. Love. What's the opposite of love? Fear. Hate. Love. Love. No. It's false love. Do a good thing? False. It's fear. Do it because you're afraid? No. Do it because God is love. He loved you first. We love God because He loved us first. Not because we're afraid of Him. And we're to revere Him. Honor, respect. Oh my goodness, Daddy, you are the greatest. And He'll increase it. He'll zap this stuff out. Use that fertilizer to bring you up into His righteousness. Loving righteousness. God's right way. He's the safe place. Soteria is deliverance. They translate that as salvation. And sozo, that's saved. They translate a lot of times as saved. It's deliverance from this crap. And down at the base of that, in the prime, the root of that, is that S-O-A-Z. I'm not sure how they pronounce that one. Okay, the thing that has the pronunciation on that one, but it means the safe place. God is the safe place, not this stuff. Crazy, messed up, mad scientists saying that about God. Man, that's bullshit. Throw the bullshit flag on the play. That's not a demon talking to you there. That's God. You shut that stuff up. Be still. Put a muzzle on it. Wasn't that what Jesus said when He came out when there was a big storm coming? All the disciples and stuff out there. Oh! Be still, you winds and waves. And they become perfectly calm. And they're like, oh, what manner of man is this? That even the winds and waves, they do obey Him. In your mind, the winds and waves, tossed about by every wind of doctrine. double-mindedness, like in James chapter 1. Go God's way. Agree with God and gain in the Racham the ability to love God as He first loved you, and the gratitude. I had a brain fart there. Gratitude. Grow and grow and grow. Huh? Don't stay a little bitty tiny seed that's like infinitesimally small, but God put that limited portion, that metron of faith in all. Not leaving nobody out. This dog says, no, he didn't. No, look. Shut up, stupid dog. God is the greatest. He's putting insurance calls down in there. So even you can be even the smallest, you're not going to be up to the greatest. Not receive the same reward. But you got a little something in there that you don't even know about. Huh? God's the greatest. God can overcome all of it. This dog says, no, he can't. You gotta do it our way. Who told you to take up your bed and walk? It's a Sabbath day. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Psalms 118, verse 24. This is the day. It's an age, a period of time. Don't do it in this sick. All this humanistic thinking. The number 6 is the number of mankind. Mankind thinking in your works, your efforts, and in your hand. That false prophet will tell you all kinds of bullshit. It's garbage. Let that be burned up in that Gehenna. Sometimes that translate that as hell. You need to look at it. There's 4 words in there that they use for hell. We need to use this plumbob, square, and level to build. When God's rebuilding our house, rebuilding the temple in us, remembering, reassembling the mind, putting on the mind of Christ. So we're choosing God. Otherwise, we're probably choosing this crap. Because it's a snaky snake. It's more subtle than any beast in your field, in your mind. Hog tie it. Shut up. That's a good thing. Oh, shut up. That's a bad thing. You need to get shut up. Shut up, shutting up. Right? To your own dog. Put a muzzle on it, you dog. Be still, you winds and waves. I'm not going to be tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine. Shut up. Well done, thou good and faithful servant. God, zap! That O-R in Genesis chapter 1, verse 3. Let there be, light, the O-R, lightning, happiness, God's illumination, God's light. It's lightning. Zap! Bringing you back into light, into love, His loving righteousness. He's heating you up out of this colder than ice state. Willing to sacrifice God's love. Give us Barabbas and crucify that Jesus. No, here, you daggone hog tie that Barabbas thinking and come back to God. Thief and robber, be gone. And that's in your mind. You're not out there slapping nobody around out here. If they don't receive it, they come at you with all kinds of accusations and stuff that's false. Knock it off your hands, your works, your efforts, and knock it off your feet and go. Exist back in the God's righteousness so that you can keep increasing in each and every one of those thought processes. 1 to 2 to 4 to 8, it'll double. God will increase, and this carnal mind will decrease in each and every thought process. Way down. God's down and throughout you. He's getting that out. God's omnipresent. He's everywhere at once. He's omnipotent. He's all-powerful. And He's omniscient. He knows it all. God is sovereign. Don't let this turkey try to take God's place. Try to point the pink finger out there. Demons, devils, buck. It's phantoms of the mind. Knock that bullshit out of the park. Get down there and come back to God. Huh? Be facetious with God, be facetious with this thing. Not let this thing be blasphemous, facetious with God. Saying, you're nothing, God, I'll do it my own way. We've done this for centuries. Well, time change. Pow! Have a great day. Hit like, subscribe, comment. Read that whole chapter. Study it deeply. And then go again and again. I'm opening this stuff up. Some people